Yes, so this is going to be a very, very short training about creatine monohydrate, what it's for, how I recommend you take it, and just some general knowledge. I want you to, take as much information from this program and also, increase the knowledge. So if I've asked you to take creatine, it is for a reason, and I think, it's going to get some good results for you and where you're at. But I'm going to first talk about creatine and some of the types of creatine that there is. There's the pill form and there's the powder form. I always recommend the pill form because anything that is powdered will basically have to go into the liver and have to be digested and kind of broken down. So I always suggest you do powdered because it just is a little bit easier on just the system. So how does creatine work? So creatine is what we use for quick energy, and it's what we use naturally in our body. We can kind of have high levels by eating right, eating red meats, but sometimes you need to supplement it to kind of reach the kind of levels. By supplementing it, you can reach around 30% higher than natural levels, which gives you a little bit more of a boost in performance. I mean, it's not day and night, but every little helps, and it's going to help you push a little bit more, which is going to long term allow you to gain strength a little bit quicker. So when you're bench pressing, the first 10 seconds of sprinting, the first 10 seconds, we use creatine to kind of fuel our kind of workouts, and that's why it's a supplement in it. It's very beneficial, and that's how you can kind of long term develop strength by just allowing ourselves to have those storages be at the ideal levels. One thing about creatine is it's not something that has an immediate effect. It's not like caffeine. You need to kind of have it in your body and load it, and for it to reach the max saturation to really feel the effects of it. So how does it work and how to take it? So creatine needs to be saturated, so you can only take it. Needs to kind of build up in your body for a little bit of time before you can actually feel it, see the effects of it at all. If you're not consistent with it, if you take it for a month, you don't take it for a month, you won't see the effects of it. You only get the effects of creatine when you are consistent. And how I prefer we kind of take creatine is to load it. We load it into a whole week of you basically taking 20 grams a day, and then we kind of maintain with taking 3 to 5 grams a day. Obviously due to your size, either 3 or 5, but kind of push everyone to take 5 because it's really cheap, and you can afford to take a little bit more of it. So why 20? You want to spike the storage that we've got of creatine and increase it to the level that we start seeing the effect as quickly as possible. You don't want to start taking something and start feeling the effects a month from now. It's just it's just gonna mess things up, and it's really, you're not gonna really see the benefits of it. So 20 grams for the first week, first 7 days, and I would prefer you to take it 5 throughout the day. One, because if you take a whole lot of it, you're gonna bang it hot shit, and you're just gonna, your belly's gonna kind of rumble. So have it throughout the day, and that's gonna be a little bit better for you to manage. And then after the first week, you then start having 3 to 5 grams a day, and basically maintaining the elevated levels of creatine. So that's the best way to kind of do it. And then you start getting the effects, and we also level out a little bit more, and I'm going to kind of explain what that means. So obviously on the program, we take very good attention to your weight, and if you're on a weight loss journey, or if you're in a weight gain journey, we want to see how you're fluctuating. And if you're taking a whole month to saturate, your weight is going to be basically somewhat void for like a whole month. If we can saturate you in a week, we kind of get the creatine out of the way, and then we start seeing if what we're doing is working, if you're putting on size, if you're dropping weight, and we can manipulate things in a little bit better of a fashion. So it all sounds good. What are the cons? There are not really a lot of cons. It's the only real supplement that has been tested and proven in time to be safe and really good to take. The only problem is some people just don't like the taste of it. Me myself, I think it tastes like us, and it always stays at the bottom of my drink. No matter how I try to get it, it's almost like back in a horrible shot. And digestion and taste, that's the only real con. There's some stuff about hair loss, but all those things are not real. They're just myths. But these are the only cons really, and it's not bad for you. But there's a lot of cons. If there were cons, I'll tell you, and I wouldn't kind of suggest it for you. But these are really the only few supplements that I kind of suggest. That and protein shake. So how to take it? Either take it with food or just drink it with water and back it down, man. You know, sometimes have it with food if you've got the time. Sometimes you just want to get it done. You have it with water. If I have it with food, I just don't notice it as much as when I have it with water. So those are like the kind of ways to take it. There are no rules. There's some things about caffeine and not taking it with caffeine. But for where we're at, you know, just take it in, take the creatine, load, and then, you know, have a little bit more of an effect in the gym and hit a few PRs. So that's creatine. That's why I'm putting it in your plan. And the best way to kind of buy it is online. There's a lot of, you know, gimmicks and marketing about different levels of creatine that absorb a little bit quicker, but you know, the creatine monohydrate is the best one, it's the cheapest one, and the one that's the most tested. Everything else is just a marketing ploy to kind of take your money. So go for creatine monohydrate. If you need a link, let me know and I'll send that to you. But that is a short training on creatine. Any questions, just send me a message.